because here in this stadium, we have fans from all over the world supporting every single one of the teams here, and to be able to hear the teams voice their support for their teams is my favorite part about TI, and I'm already reminiscing a little bit back to EG versus eHome. That was one of the loudest crowds I've ever heard, and this crowd between Liquid fans and LGD fans is already giving me a rush.
Ooh, I live for this.
Game number 1, boys and girls, Liquid versus LGD. These are the two, I would say, two of the top 3 teams, right?
Yes.
Going into this tournament, Liquid, everybody had them in the top 3. LGD absolutely should be there as well. Virtus.pro would be the 3rd team, of course, and they have kind of suffered an early setback there in the lower bracket. These two, though, have remained dominant in the upper bracket. But one of them is going to get knocked down here.
Yeah, a lot of the pros that I've talked to that have been knocked out of this tournament said this is the real finals. We might see this once again as these are the 2 teams out of 3 alongside VP that a lot of teams predicted to get to the finals, and they're meeting here early. LGD, a lot of team fight on their side. They've picked the Gyro Wisp for themselves quite a bit in the group stage. They were largely successful. They've got the maybe Leshrac to counter up a lot of the heroes on the side of Liquid. The Phantom Lancer in the mid game, the Necrophos. It's good against the Enchantress. There is a part of the game where I feel like he fades off quite a bit, especially it's when the Phantom Lancer hits his heart. Around that timing, it's going to be a little bit more awkward for him. So I'd imagine that PSG.LGD, they want to try to get aggressive a little bit earlier.
A fight over the boundary room is going to come in. Gyrocopter and Wish going to try and contest. Mind Control goes for the early heal and will not feel the threat of PSG.LGD. Snatch it away from Mind Control. And so they will be able to start with an early net worth lead. 3 out of the 4 bounty rooms going into their hands. Of course, a big shout out to our 3rd man, member of the casting team. That is going to be Scriff on the ops for us. I have to say, Blitz, I'm looking at this and I see a Phantom Lancer who was picked into Gyrocopter and Tiny. And then also a Leshrac picked up after that Phantom Lancer. It feels like if this game can't beat a Phantom Lancer, if all of these sort of half measures can't combine deal with this hero, then maybe some teams just got to start banning it out.
Yeah, it's going to be an annoying hero in this game. In the early game, though, that's where I figure PSG.LGD will have the advantage. They've got a lot of magic burst damage, a good mix, some physical damage in the Gyrocopter. They've got pretty decent ways to deal with it. And I like the way that they've laned too, as they're going to put a lot of pressure on the lanes of Liquid.
Let's dial it back to the start of the draft, actually. We had an Enchantress pickup, but it means they gave away the Gyrocopter Wisp lineup, which very few teams are willing to do in the group stage, and even less so once we headed into the playoffs for good team Mind Control. Melly pops the heal, and GH will help him tank a little bit, so not going to have an easy kill available for Ame and FY. What are your thoughts on the Wisp Gyrocopter? Is it worth giving away this combination?
Yeah, I think that Enchantress is probably the best laner in Dota right now, at least in the offlane. No one can really contest her. You see that even with the magic burst damage of the Rocket Barrage, she out-heals it almost entirely. And Mind Control can just trade hits with pretty much anybody on the map. Even Ursa lanes aren't really too problematic for Enchantress. But when it comes to the mid game, the potential damage is there as xNova makes the rotation in.
Thought maybe he was coming in from behind, gonna set up a nightmare. Nope, he's only level 1, so Brain Sap is available to him.
Kuro gonna make his way back here as we're gonna see some 2-1-2 action. And that's gonna leave the Tiny one-on-one against Matumbaman's Necrophos. Not the best idea I've ever seen.
Yeah, it seems to be going really well for the Tiny so far. 10-4 compared to the Necrophos, who's 6-0. Large creep wave pushing into the Gyrocopter, who may struggle to be able to get some of those last hits against the tower. Kuro returns with the haste rune, managed to get a vision block. This could be our first blood. xNova turns, managed to get the brain step off. A nightmare TP up, they wake up Miracle, but it's not enough. Beautiful play there from xNova. He knows he just outplayed Liquid pretty hard.
The instant reaction is he did not hesitate whatsoever. But the top lane Mind Control continuing to get hit by the Rocket Barrage, doesn't care, runs in, hits FY back. It's Ame getting aggressive now.
Black Cannon shots as well as the Rocket Barrage. It's still not enough to intimidate Mind Control, especially since he's got GH by his side. Earthshaker probably being one of the better supports to play with that Enchantress.
It works both ways though, just because the Gyrocopter can use the Black Cannon to attack the creeps instead to get some harass out. It does mean that you're going to push in the wave and allow Mind Control to just get free XP. And this is always kind of the bitter thing about playing against Enchantress when she's off lane.
Right.
You're never really winning the lane.
FY, of course, still good sense, is First Natural's gonna go for that Vassal ring. Bottom lane, Matumbaman gonna be tossed up in the air. Chalice does not try and stick around for more hits, knowing that Matumbaman can turn it around, has the ghost shot, has plenty of magic stick charges, and could get a death pulse off as a result. What about this mid Somnus-M for PSG.LGD? We haven't seen a whole lot of this hero. Obviously, it's picked up to try and deal with this Phantom Lancer. But outside of that, do you think it's a good hero to pick up right now?
I think it's just really good for this specific game because he counters all three of the cores on the side of Liquid before they get BKBs or Horse Staffs.
Right.
And that's usually why you're going to pick up a hero like Leshrac. Good magic burst. Doesn't rely on any physical damage. He's got a good mix of it too, though, with the Diabolic Edict and his level 25 talent. The downside of this hero is he's very squishy, he's very item dependent. Is Kuro gonna run into xNova? He picks up the invis first.
Kuro was trying to deny it. Case here, though I'm not sure if xNova is really gonna do a whole lot with that invis rune. 4 minutes in, and we've had little pokes and prods back and forth, but no first blood just yet. Maybe over the 5-minute bounty runes that are coming in 40 seconds, we'll see something. xNova is just chilling out here. Waiting, maybe. Kuro's gonna be out of position, gets left up. Now Somnus able to hit the 2-man stun. They through the Nightmare onto Miracle. Kuro tries to turn with a Fairy Fire, survives a little bit longer. That's gonna be your first blood, but Somnus will take a lot of damage in return. May still end up dying with a Chant Totem hit. That's gonna be enough. Miracle will claim that kill. Might be able to get going for the block. Nice body blocking. They do manage to hit the Aftershock stun. With the lands coming in, slowing down xNova. Turns around, gets off the Brain Staff though, and back to the tower radius he goes, so he will survive. 1-for-1 trade-off. But it is PSG.LGD. Lose their core, but do manage to get the first blood. Chalice beating back Matumbaman, making sure that
toss him away.
Toss him into the tower. Matumbaman responds by popping a Ghost Shroud, and it's going to be both the bounty runes? Maybe. It's going to be a close call. GH. He's going to have to Fisher now. Chalice does manage to get it. xNova is backing him up. Chalice is going to try and retreat. GH does not go for a Fisher blow.
Still, this bottom lane, very successful for the Necro as predicted. It's okay for the tiny early because you can trade hits out, but eventually you will just get harassed out.
Yeah.
In one-on-one matchups, this is where Necro thrives. You have the ability to almost always trade evenly or better. And the amount of regen that you just put out, you don't have to ferry yourself salves, you don't have to buy a bottle for yourself. You can just kind of sit here, you get a few last hits. He's Bloodseeker with a harass mechanic built in.
It's pretty crazy how far ahead he was in CS to start the lane, but now that the Necrophos is really rolling forward, he is now second in the CF chart. We still have GH who's going to try and go for the body block to manage to get the Fisher. That is blocking in Somnus. He's going to need the help of xNova, but can't really retreat. Just has to turn and fight. Doesn't need the split Earth. Miracle actually dodges that one. He gets more lightning out, but he still ends up falling. Beautiful rotation by GH and an even better Fisher. Oh, and here comes Miracle with a Phantom Rush with the double damage. Just pokes xNova once. Doesn't want to dive the tower. Meanwhile, top lane, Mame and FY, they do want to dive the tower against the Enchantress, but with the creep wave here, which will now tank up some of that rocket barrage damage, they will give up the chase.
I feel like GH doesn't really want to be in this top area. He can't really get kills until Mind Control is level 6.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of harass that he can do. I feel like he should just continue to play in this mid area.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mame getting aggressive, but it's not going to lead to too much. Mind Control can just salve at any point.
He just wants to give solo experience to the Enchantress, right? GH, maybe here is going to be slowed down by the Wisp Spirits and run down by the Rocket Barrage. Mame returns fire, evening up the score 2-2 once again.
GH really doesn't want to be up here. Always want to play mid. Kuro, continue to harass up, maybe. Not that far behind in CS.
Yeah.
But the 2 deaths do hurt him.
Managed to get the deny on the heat-seeking missile because they knew it wasn't going to reach Mind Control. So they didn't want to give him that good, I think it's like 50 gold. So, smart play by Mame. Same kind of goes with xNova and him sitting on mid, right? He wants to give the Leshrac solo experience, but he also doesn't want to let him get ganked by that Earthshaker. So we still got to kind of get in the area, ready to respond.
GH walks back up top. Isn't gonna quite find what he's looking for here. Wisp, level 5, has a soul ring. FY.
8 minutes. Mame.
Oh, bottom lane.
In deep. What's happening here? Bottom lane. They're going to turn and try and go on to Matumbaman with the Necrophos. They do have Somnus coming in from behind, trying to hit the split Earth. Matumbaman does manage to juke it out, but it's probably at the cost of his own life. Unless there's she's gone and she's gone. Matumbaman dodges the split earth and TP's away to safety. Maybe Mind Control's gonna be caught here in the top lane, but they run out of rocket barrage damage. GH does manage to get the block in with a flank-handed shots. Mind Control hides out of vision. Make sure he doesn't take any more physical damage.
That was such an intelligent play by Matumbaman. He holds the position. He knows that as long as he dodges and stun on the Leshrac, he's going to be A-okay. Plays that perfectly. Maybe. He's getting juked quite hard so far.
Wakes himself up with the illusions. Miracle easily gets out before Chalice can get there. Are they just switching it up? Are they going to put the Somnus Leshrac against the Necrophos in the bottom lane now, seeing as Chalice was kind of suffering? You can see quite a difference in the CS between.
I don't think the Leshrac wants to be down here either. And this is the strength of the Necro, is he's always going to be happy regardless of who he's playing against. Maybe Pugna would bother him, but when it comes to pure damage, he's going to win out. When it comes to pure regen, it's hard to trade hits with him.
They will have to be careful because FY is just about to pick up his level 6, as is the Gyrocopter. They now got a killing duo.
It's Gyro, top of the net worth.
FY stacked up the hard cam for him. Now GH is going to try and interrupt this, see what he can steal with the Fissure. That's why they're going to push him back to the heat-seeking missile first. GH may have gotten a little bit too close. Fissure comes out, Mind Control. He's going to try and help him here, but they do have the ultimate. Relocate, maybe. Oh, they can get him out just in time. Back to the fountain they go. Ame will not die here today. And look at that. Gyro's actually going to TP onto the tier 1. They're going to try and give him an opportunity to tether in. And Somnus is going to try now. GH is dead. It just blew up GH. Now Kuro's going to get run over as well. The Reaper sight is not quite enough. Somnus may end up dying eventually here to Mind Control. Miracle's here now. Going to be able to come in. Ame's a little bit low. Man tries to sleep one of the shots here from the Impetus, but FY just can't get him enough heals. That's 2 cores down. Maybe a support as well. xNova doesn't have a way to be able to eat through the tree, so he has to loop himself all the way around the long way. Hit by the death pulse as well as the lance. Infinite shot to finish him off. Triple kill from Mind Control.
Liquid strike early. They bring numbers to fight. As Chalice, he's going to get
he is out of position here. Turns around, gets the combination on the 2 of them, but doesn't pick up the bounty runes. Does have a TP, fortunately.
Ooh, both teams so evenly matched, 5-4. 10 minutes in, both these teams known for their ability to take these early game fights. And it's Liquid who are successful early. 800 gold goes their way, 1,000 XP. The big part is that Maybe is not really benefiting from any of these fights.
Yeah.
That's
the big danger, right? The Leshrac starts getting out of control. He deals, as you said, he counters everyone on the enemy side. All that magic damage against all 3 of these cores be dangerous, so being able to keep him in check is all important. Down.
Kuro mid lane.
Smoke across.
Maybe he's got him.
Yeah, maybe he's gonna be able to run him down. Somnus picks up that kill while Chalice does jump onto GH here. Managed to hit him with the toss, trying to run himself away. Nice through the trees. That was beautiful, Chalice. xNova's gonna sleep 1 and try and blow up GH. They wake him back up though, and xNova's gonna be taken out by those infinite shots. GH, a long range toss from Chalice will secure the trade-off there. Support for support. Ame waiting in the wings, waiting for Liquid to be out of position here and come in.
Ame
right now with the avalanche, it's a beautiful position. They now throw down the ultimate. It's not going to be able to land on Matumbaman, who's scooting away and is able to heal quite a bit. But now with the extra damage coming in, Wiz relocate is here as well. Matumbaman at half HP is a little low. He looks for the kill into FY actually, but Matumbaman finally falls. Mind Control still in the back line, tries to go for FY, tries to juke it out, can't quite get it. Relocate not up in time. Mind Control top of the avalanche combination. Here comes the chain front though. It's going to bounce back to Chalice. No, it doesn't. Ame far enough away, and now they go for the heat-seeking missile. Maybe they still chase down these supports.
And now it's LGD that bring full force over the top. Ame with the perfect positioning, sandwiching Liquid, leaving them no choice but to fight.
Ame's patience there with his positioning, allowing Chalice to see the opportunity for a 2-man avalanche. Gets them a big win. The crowd quickly falls behind them. Big PSG.LGD chance coming out.
My favorite thing about these 2 teams playing is it just feels so intense. It feels like just 2 prize fighters going at it blow for blow. Don't really know who's going to come out on top, but all of a sudden it's Maybe who's got the highest net worth in the game, completely turning things around. It looked like just a second ago his game was going to be quite difficult. Now he leads the board.
There's a very large ancient stack that Gyrocopter is currently trying to eat through. that will keep him at the top of the net. We're charting 5,500 Knight next there to Somnus. It's Chalice who's falling a little bit behind, but I think he's basically just needs his Blink Dagger and he'll go.
Liquid, they've got some stacks of their own, but their team won't clear it. Not as quickly anyways, as they're playing this topside area. Mind control.
See Miraclesville trying to prep for the incoming magic damage.
He's gonna get the hood. I think it's a smart decision. Once you get the hood and the heart, makes it difficult for the gyro and the flash rack to fight against you.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to get the BKB too early, right? Heat-seeking missile on GH. Chalice gonna be able to come in, catch him out with the combination. Another pickup. This time it's for FY.
LGD are playing at such a fast pace. Every single time they're scouting out wherever Liquid goes, they're routing them out of their jungle, making it difficult for them to impose their will.
xNova. Saving an arcane room for Somnus. And you always love this, right? When you get those ancients right there, the prowlers for Gyrocopter.
Oh, by
He
far
goes through them super fast thanks to his magic damage.
Same with the Leshrac.
Yeah.
Really, any sort of hero that has a new PSG.LGD are gonna feel pretty happy clearing out those prowlers.
Dual Scepter almost here for Somnus. At what point does PSG.LGD try and start taking some objectives?
I think they can just play defense for the large part.
Okay.
I'd like them to go for this bottom tier 1 tower. Then you force the tier 1 tower up at top, and all of a sudden you've opened up more avenues for fighting. You can take control of Liquid's jungle back. You notice that that's what Liquid is doing. That's why PSG.LGD, they have to place this more defensively here because they've lost their tier 1 so early. But I like that they're not just giving up the control for free to Liquid, as Liquid gathered up at bottom. xNova does have the Fiend's Grip.
Girl gonna wake up Matumbaman, gets a little bit close. They're gonna be able to bring it down with the Reaper's Sight. Easy pickup. xNova just out of position there.
But
maybe Matumbaman's all by himself. Somnus.
He's gonna walk up.
He's gonna charge up to the high ground. No, he gives up on it. Science is a bit too dangerous. Didn't have to relocate and everything. PSG were, as you say, trying to set up some sort of push into that tier 1 tower, maybe looking for a pickoff or something like that, but they just didn't set it up right. Somnus gonna go for the kill onto mid lane. Miracle, Dual Sceptered up. He's waiting for the Doppelganger to go off so they can try and chase him down, but Miracle gets far enough away. Somnus is gonna struggle to be able to catch up.
He's fast. And the Lance, it does connect, but the stun, if it hits, it is another kill onto a core for PSG.LGD as they take the 2K gold lead early on. And Liquid, wherever they go, they are getting stopped.
Yeah, they're just the extra movement speed of the Wiz allowing them to chase him down. Tipping Miracle too. Somnus wants to tilt Liquid as soon as possible. They still have to deal with this Necrophos though, who just seems to be kind of a wall. It's a barrier preventing PSG.LGD from being able to push in that bottom lane, as he's got the Veiled Discord as well as the Hood, making him a rather tanky target to go for.
I think if you're PSG.LGD, you're going to be pretty happy if you can just defend out that mid tower as Dota Plus.
OpenAI5 apparently doing the predictions for us.
The Leshrac now going to come into mind control, doesn't have a TP up. This is a dangerous position. They can't afford to just lose cores around the map. Mind control.
Can he really 24 seconds? 20 seconds? There's no way, especially with the relocate right on top of him. Mind control forces a lot of rotations, and they will get the bottom tier 1 tower. You saw Chalice trying to go for the deny there, but where's the relocate back right next to the shrine? Pretty defensive position, knowing that Liquid,
they're going to run into FY.
They're going to try and blow up this Wiz as soon as possible. They do have the call down though, and Crow's going to be in trouble. Immediately swept up by Ame. Gets off the Chain Frost for a moment. Chalice going to toss him back to FY. Take that to the ball. GH running down by the hit-seeking missile. Careful, the courier will be okay. PSG.LGD, they're just all over the place right now.
Matumbaman in the corner. Waiting for another hero. Here goes the start.
The Reaper Sight to start things off. They do manage to get the kill. Great read by Matumbaman.
That is 74 seconds on the deck for this Leshrac. And they know the ward's there.
And the deny. And the
counter
tip bounty. Give them the tips right back.
Radiant structure.
Chalice trying to push out the bottom lane. Kuro will stand in front of it. Doesn't have Chain Frost though. They know. Spotted out now, but his spirits, Kuro, he's dead. None of his team is going to try and bail out of this one.
Goes Chance, and almost immediately
PSG.LGD looking to shut the fans up and just take down the towers. They still hold the net worth lead of 3,000.
Now they're going to free up a lot of the map control. as long as they keep this mid-tier 1 tower alive for themselves, it's going to be a lot easier for them to play. They can play around this bottom shrine area too.
Matumbaman, Avalanche, toss back underneath that tier 2. They get any more disabled, Matumbaman's gonna be in serious trouble. Pops the hood of Defiance, but he can't really get away. There's just too much magic damage. Heat-seeking missile lands now. GH run in, trying to hit that Echo Slam. Only hits it on 2. Victor on the 2. Matumbaman still alive somehow. Miracle's gonna come in, Chalice beats him down though. Ame does have a floater. With the Avalanche, it buys him more time. Avalanche's gonna heal him up, and Miracle, he may just have to give up on this kill. He has a doppelganger. Instead, he's gonna turn on to Chalice, who has no mana. Ame, doppelganger goes out, and now he's trying to decide which one he's going to go for. Is it Ame or Chalice? Commits to Ame, does manage to get that kill. Miracle, lower, PA Chalice comes in, just swinging at it, will be able to get the kill. Chalice, no mana required to pick this one up. Kuro's up next. PSG.LGD have effectively wiped Liquid in 2 parts of the map.
They are denying them every section of this map. If Liquid goes top, PSG.LGD are immediately there. They've got their own hit squad to find Kuro on the way up.
A pipe now up for FY. That's going to make things very difficult for Liquid if the next team bites, and it was already looking hard.
Radiant's middle tower
Still
is under
Miracle.
attack.
Very strong at fighting. He needs items though. You saw him try to take on everybody 3-on-1. Almost did it. The Tiny was out of mana. Barely wasn't able to hold on. Maybe 100 HP from being able to win that fight 3-on-1.
And we do have to reiterate, we're going to see that one again. It's that toss back. Chalice is so good with the tosses in this game.
Yes, the Matumbaman was so far out of position. You see GH running in as fast as possible. Throws down the Echo Slam, trying to buy time, but just didn't have enough damage.
It was close, but eventually Matumbaman did die. Looks like we almost found some action as the 20-minute bounty rune spawned, but we're going to split it up 2 for 2 here.
And Liquid smoked up.
Actually, 3-1 maybe. Does have Chalice here. They need to be able to hit him on top of the doppelganger. They do manage to get a really good split. Or the real one is on top of you, but they're a little bit confused. Ghoulscepter goes off and a toss. Managed to finish him out. Now Matumbaman as well as Curl. They make sure Reaper side to be able to finish up at the Leshrac, but now Chalice needs some extra assistance, and that's why Ame as well as FY came in with the relocation. Got to be careful though. Mind control the back line. He managed to get the Nightmare up on top of him. Loves the Necropost. Mind control's going to be up next. So much heal coming out from him, but surrounded by 2 cores as well as xNova in the main. Surviving. He may just be able to kill the bait. He does. Another toss up in the air. Another rocket barrage. Mind control is somehow still alive. They're going to punish him. They have to give it up. Chalice, he wants the kill so badly, and he can't quite get it. He stumbled into Liquid side of the map. Another toss. It's still not enough. They can't kill Mind Control. And Chalice, he can't believe what he's seeing right now. He's going to be kited around. Needs to be able to get into the trees. He does have a Blink Dagger up as well as a TP. One second. Blink away. Get out there, Chalice. Get out. He had the blink, but he didn't go for it. He will die instead and give up the mega kill streak.
Mind Control kept that fight going for so long. It bought them enough time for their supports to respawn.
PSG.LGD underestimating just how tanky that Enchantress is with the heal going.
And it doesn't get easier once he picks up his BKB. So PSG.LGD, Ame gonna start farming up the Ancients, resetting the game for himself, looking towards that BKB so he can cut through that Enchantress. And this mid tower, the assault comes through, the tower finally goes down. This is gonna open up a lot for Team Liquid.
PSG.LGD don't even try and contest because they're very happy with all the Ancients they've been farming.
And a big item pickup from the side of Liquid. GH, almost level 12, completes the Blink Dagger.
Oof. Doesn't have to rely on haste runes and running in anymore.
We're gonna see Chalice get chased down here. Made his way to the tree line, had the blink up.
He had the blink up. He got hit one more time, 2-1. Blink was up instantly. He had like maybe a quarter of a second, unfortunately. Got spotted by
that
Kuro.
Smile.
Mind control, he was laughing. He just barely survived so many times.
He knows. It's not that easy to take down an Enchantress.
He was riding the edge. And will be going for a BKB. A lot of BKBs.
Look at this bottom lane. GH freshly picked up Blink Dagger. They have no idea.
Both teams setting up a trap, but which one is going to be more successful? They do manage to find the ward. They had a very aggressive ward that spotted out that earlier. And a Bloodstone now for Somnus.
Gonna need a BKB of his own eventually if he's gonna deal with Liquid's heroes.
Yeah.
As the Gyrocopter finishes up his, the Wisp does have the Scepter bonus talent, is level 17.
Shadowblade for Miracles. So PSG.LGD, they really do have to play careful and sit around each other because Miracle can take any one of these heroes on, except for maybe Somnus.
And I love that combination on Phantom Lancer being able to get the Shadowblade. It gives you two different ways to escape. When you have the Heart, the Shadowblade late game, it also allows you to re-engage. And when you're fighting up cores who don't want to carry around Dust, don't want to carry around Gem late game, it's really annoying for them to play Dota.
Slowed down by the Frost Armor, but eventually Ame and FY will take this tier 2. Now the rest of the team is 3-man smoking through mid and main push into top as well because they have the relocate ready to go.
Farming up these Ancients, trying to get his BKB himself. Liquid. Their strength is in this top area as they might just find Miracle. He's farming up these neutrals.
Oh, this is a beauty.
Oh, he finds the wrong one!
The real one! Chalice, he misses out on Miracle as well. The Shadowblade away. And double with the opportunity. He's going to try and go for the kill on xNova. Waves him up with the illusion, dodges the split earth, and will be able to take him. Now Somnus going to be targeted by EJ8, but it's going to be able to send the Chain Frost going up as well, but a dual scepter, and there's just not enough damage. Matumbaman tries to come in from the side. Chain Frost still bouncing around. It's still hitting them, but he can't get out of the Reaper's side. He can't bring anybody down. Maybe Miracle can do it. He throws the illusions onto Chalice, taking away all of his mana, but he has to retreat. Mind control as well. A stun, they don't have it. Only 3 die from the side of Liquid, but it is still another one team fight from PSG.LGD.
The reveal of the BKB was way too strong, and even though xNova whips, they're still successful in that team fight. They're immediately going to go in for the Roshan, and Liquid, they have to know about this. Your entire team is going to walk into this pit. It's going to go pretty fast. Liquid, 3 heroes dead. How do you defend this?
Yeah, impossible to be able to defend with the TPs coming in. GH is just going to be a bit too late. That's going to be the first Roshan of the game, going to PSG.LGD.
That's going to be a 6K gold lead at 25 minutes. Not insurmountable. We've seen teams do a lot bigger comebacks.
Yeah, certainly. Miracle. He's trying to set up one of those pickoffs right now with GH. Now, they may not have Echo Slam, but even just one stun can go a long ways. Phantom Lancer's damage.
They need more time with this Phantom Lancer right now.
Yeah.
He needs to get his 3rd and 4th item. That's when he's going to get really powerful. At this phase of the game, it's not easy for him to engage into the Gyrocopter Flat Cannon.
14 to 25, 7,000 gold lead. A Mjolnir being built by this Gyrocopter with the level 15 talents on the Wisp. That will be a lot of lightning shots coming out. Good, really good way to deal with this Phantom Lancer. Even the Enchantress and the Necropos are going to have issues with that.
Gonna need to get a BKB on Mind Control before they take another fight. He's quite close to it. You see that Matumbaman starting to change his itemization a little bit, going for the Aeon Disc. I think he's realized that all these defensive items don't really help him against that BKB Gyrocopter.
Do you think that all these sort of middling items that he picked up, I watch PSG, LGD, smoke up,
They're gonna wait on the high ground Matumbaman?
They're just gonna farm this ancient stack apparently.
They've got a DD rune. I think they wanted to utilize it with their Aegis.
Yeah. But an ancient stack is still a healthy amount of gold to farm. PSG.LGD are in position to put some damage on this tier 2. Liquid's not really in position. They want to be able to try and split push, right? As much as possible, buy time with them.
Look how fast that tower goes down, though. Sign of things to come. This is that combination that's so strong. With Gyro, they will take your towers quickly.
Ame, next up, Satanic feud for him, so he's already got the damage with the Mjolnir as well as the Aghanim's bonus from the Wisp. He gets the extra HP and basically an extra life from that Satanic. Things are going to be really difficult. FY executed real quickly. No tether, no opportunity. GH gets him stun locked. FY just wanders a little bit too far from his partner in Ame.
They get a nice chunk of changes, maybe. Going to deal with this bottom lane in response. But Liquid, they needed something like that, and that was a spree.
Chalice is trying to work towards a Shadowblade. What kind of spree did FY have? Dominating streak. That's 533 gold. Oof.
That man is 5, 2, and 12 right now.
That is a healthy Wisp.
You're going to go for
no
top
damage
push?
for the Leshrac. That's big.
Dire structures are fortified.
With the takey talents too. Wants to just get in the middle of everything. Tank up Miracle. Gonna grab a tier 2 tower for free. LGD not willing to fight. 4 on 5.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
If you're PSG.LGD, right, you're definitely thinking about how you're going to be ending the game, right? You don't want to let this game draw out too late, let the Phantom Lancer get to his peak. What does that look like, though? Do you think you have to wait for Roshan number 2?
Yes, absolutely. If you want to go high ground with this gyrocopter, why risk it? You've got so much map control. You've taken all but one tier 2 tower. The game is still in your favor, as reflected by the gold graph.
Yeah. And it's not like your heroes don't continue to scale for the next 10 minutes.
They're going to go for the smoke, connect to this bottom lane. They've got the Wisp Gyro combination that can always come over the top with the relocate. Nothing that'll stop them. They can take that fight right in front of that mid tower area. Maybe they can just go high ground as Miracle. He's gonna go in
inside. Somnus sees the perfect opportunity unless he gets blown up. xNova tries to buy him a little bit of time with the Nightmare. Now Chalice comes in. Control up on the Phantom Lancer. He's already dead with no buyback. xNova targeted by mind control. They do have the call down coming in to slow down Kuro. And why needs to be able to get away. 2 more seconds till the relocate out. Barely managed to make it out. Same goes with Somnus. Just outruns mind control, who no longer has his BKB and is now exposed to Ame with Chalice jumping in with the avalanche. Fisher hoping to be able to create some more space for mind control to be able to jump away. Baby is going to challenge him here. Hits the splitter. So much magic damage. A 4th kill for PSG.LGD.
Now they're getting real dominant in these team fights. As Miracle had no idea they were waiting for him right behind that neutral camp. The timing of it was perfect from PSG.LGD.
GH tried to bail it out with the instant blink echo slam, but there was just too many heroes. PSG.LGD were too ready for that.
This Leshrac is so tanky. 2,000 HP, he's got a ton of armor on him. If he gets the Yule Scepter off, the fight is always going to churn. Liquid just not ready for that 5-man. That trap was so good by them as now the high ground attempt comes in. The Aegis does fade, but with Liquid still on the deck for 5 more seconds, they can't buy back for this. Instead, they're going to pop the glyph, send them back, but their tower already less than half HP.
The scary thing about these two teams is once they really get the ball rolling, you can see the doppelganger straight on top of Somnus.
GH was so fast though, he didn't even hesitate. He saw his teammate get gone on, he instantly blinked echoes, doesn't know what's behind him.
Really good play by xNova as well with the Nightmare interrupt, and then he got the Fiend's Grip on the real Phantom Lancer as well. Both supports just reacting so quickly to such a chaotic engagement. Matumbaman not going to be feeling too good about this game. And PSG.LGD holding a 14,000 gold lead now.
And I don't really know how Liquid takes these team fights anymore.
Yeah.
None of their cores seem very effective. Matumbaman has had to build only defensive items. That's why he's going back for the Dagon. But won't get it anytime soon, as he just can't show himself on the map anymore. You see that Chalice? He's picked up the Shadow Blade. He represents a real threat on the map. The Wisp relocate means that if he catches any one hero by themselves, it instantly turns into PSG.LGD's favor.
I mean, they haven't even really gotten close to killing Ame lately, and he's almost got that Satanic, which is super scary. We are going to go for another 3-man smoke with the Wisp and Gyrocopter, a little bit separated, but this time around, they may run into Liquid. They're going to eat the rest of their team here soon. Ame, his smoke pops.
This is a long trek.
It's got to be a little bit careful not to be too far out of position. They're ready to go with the relocate out if necessary. Miracle's going to try and go for kills. They missed out the stun. The BKB activated before the Fisher hit. Now he turns and just immediately goes for Matumbaman from the backline. Chalice and to take out two.
Everyone's getting wiped.
From the backline. Earthshaker set it down with the call down on top of him. Matumbaman can't the bottom relocate. Relocate the bottom lane. Let's go, baby. PSG.LGD are going to force this out of Liquid. They're going to force the buyback. Then it's Ken GH as well. Play it fast, play it clean, and PSG.LGD might just be able to win this game so fast.
They are playing for the win. The instant relocate to bottom. They didn't even hesitate. The Boots of Travel follow-up. They're going to take racks 32 minutes in. 23K is the gold lead for them. They're immediately going to go into mid. The rest of the team connecting.
There are no tier 2s, so PSG.LGD can't just clean up mega creeps here. It all just depends on how quickly they can lay out the physical damage.
They're gonna get
Chalice coming in with the big swings. That's it. Liquid, they know it's too fast. They call it. Game 1 is all PSG.LGD.
Liquid got read like a book. Every single move they made was denied. Any trek they made into the jungle was scouted out. A very thorough victory.